grilling.
Back with the grilling.
Yes, sir. It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
But we're back. We definitely not watching this whole hour thing, though. So if you want us to watch the whole thing in the next part, definitely let us know.
Facts. Let's see. Grilling with Myron Gaines.
Do you like women that you can manipulate into thinking that they're smaller or less worthy than you?
You're manipulating this conversation right now from the argument.
I'm not manipulating the conversation. I'm just saying, from a viewpoint, it seems like you like women that you can manipulate into thinking that you're the best thing that they've ever had in order for them to feel like that it's okay that he cheats on me because I've got a prize. Absolutely not.
That's a fact, though.
No, it's not a fact.
It is a fact.
It's not a fact.
It's a statistical fact.
And we got a new host, too. Well, I mean,
Facts.
she's been the host for a while, it seems. But
we just been...
Myron Gaines, one half of the Freshandfit podcast. We are here to do an episode of grilling. Like seeing women? Always, man. I'm always womanizing, always sourcing. The more you deal with females, the more you just realize, like, man, they're really not that special. Man, I am the grill. I be cooking these hoes. When you've interviewed almost 3,000 girls, you know what they're gonna say. So it's like black belt and this stuff. So
Pause.
I'll be good. It makes it more exciting when you don't know.
Do you think he actually likes women?
you mean like?
I mean...
Beyond sexually, do you think he likes women?
Yeah. And you mean like if he had like a specific person or like?
Beyond sexually, do you think that he likes women?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because even beyond sexually though, like if you have one or like you have somebody or people in mind, maybe in general, if he's like stating that many people that he's talked with, that type of person, then probably not. But like,
I mean, he didn't specify. He just said you already know what they're gonna say.
Yeah, but his podcast is very niche to the type of girls that show up. It seems like. But
Yeah,
low key, I think
what
he's
you're
with
saying.
somebody, and it seems like he's definitely more soft than what it's actually like comes out to be on camera. I don't know. I'm just saying. At least
like
that's what the other guy was. The other guy was saying when he was on the Ethan thing. They were like kind of like pressing him about that.
Yeah. Okay.
But
And last one, are you ready, Myron?
Always am.
nah. What's that say?
Nova?
No.
That's
I don't know. I saw it for like a second.
Probably does say no.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Myron,
meet you.
You gonna give me a hug or what?
That's a show.
That's the traditional way.
Yeah, that's lame.
No, it's not. It's
Very
respectful.
No.
They need to get
No?
Sneeko back on here with this
Okay.
one.
Well, you can just
That'd be
sit down.
funny.
Well, you can stand up.
Sneeko was on
Or you
here.
could just sit down.
Wasn't he with the other one?
Air hugs.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, very good. She didn't want to stand up. Typical feminist. I mean, you know, it is what it is. You got to play the game, guys. This is how women are nowadays. You know, they want to sit there and think, oh no, I'm not going to stand up. And it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to demolish you in this debate.
So, what's it like living in Miami?
It's good. Lots of hoes.
Women.
Some, but most are hoes.
We're about 5 seconds in and he's already saying the word hose. Okay, and do you indulge with them a lot or?
Yeah, she's trying to grow me, but you know, I'm a professional in this black belt. We're dealing with womanese, so easy mode. I mean, we have them on the show all the time. We have regular girls as well. So.
Oh, what do you do? Sorry.
Oh, we have a podcast ourselves where it's a male
Is that what's
self-improvement
on your
podcast.
t-shirt?
Oh yeah, male
She knows
self-improvement
exactly
podcast,
what-
Fresh and Fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have women on there.
Yes, it's a component of what we do. We
She
also
knew he was
do
from Miami.
Money Mondays, teach guys how to make money. Then Wednesdays, how to date properly and get your stuff together. And then Fridays, we do call-in shows or bring in special guests or whatever it may be. But,
So do
yeah.
you think you're quite knowledgeable in the dating field?
To a degree,
Do you think you have a great understanding of how women work?
yes. Yes, unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
Wouldn't that be a
crazy.
great thing if you understand the woman?
Well, the thing is, you can either understand women or respect them, but you can't do both at the same time.
What is he talking about? I don't think
Shout
that's
out
a
to
true
Mises
statement.
in the chat,
I think
let's
with
go. Is
understanding
that
women,
Mises?
you'd learn to
Yeah,
respect them more.
Mises, my boy
The
Myron
same
finna
as
cook.
understanding a man, you'd learn to respect him more.
Nah, you can't respect them as equals once you understand them.
You'd still respect them as a woman and what value they hold
I'm
and what they
speaking
bring.
from an equality standpoint. Like, I can't respect them as equals since I understand them. And I think that's the way they like it anyway.
We can respect each other for their gender. Like I would respect a man for being a man and what he provides as a man, and you could respect a woman for the things that she could provide that you could never do.
If you understand women, there's no way you can respect them as equals. That's
Why?
my purpose on it.
Why can't you respect them as an equal?
Because we're way different.
Yeah, but you can still respect the fact that you're different and respect what they're capable of that you're not.
Men and women aren't equal. It's just funny how women want you to treat them as equals, but everything that they're actually attracted to and aroused by, most importantly, is not equal.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
For example, perfect example. I came down here. I said, oh, give me a hug. What'd you say? Oh, well, it's traditional, kiss my hand.
Yes. That did not sound English.
That right there in itself signifies the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
You displayed it yourself a second ago.
Also, that's fine. Doesn't mean you can't respect that.
So traditionalism, and this is what a lot of girls do, they'll want traditionalism when it benefits them, but that they'll want to expect to be treated as equal later on.
Don't you think men are the same though?
How so?
Like they want to be traditional in the sense that they provide and stuff, but then they want to be treated equal when they can't bother to show up as a man anymore.
Well, here's the thing. I disagree with that. I think men need to, be protectors and providers. So I don't think women should work. I think the man needs to be the sole breadwinner, and I think women should work electively. With responsibility comes authority. Right? So if you're going to go ahead and be responsible.
Speaking facts,
Yeah.
like his opinion on being equal.
Yeah.
Equality is a interesting term.
Like,
there was one thing that he said that I was like, okay, where it's like, I'm not gonna obviously generalize all women, but certain women like want traditionalism when it benefits them, like
right,
and then equality when it benefits them, like
they pick and choose when. I think that
part is true.
Yeah.
So that was like,
I think she was trying to make a point, and I think he purposely didn't want to concede to that point. I think she had her point about like you can respect a woman for being a woman.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to make his point where that it's not equal.
Well, he's obviously trying to make a statement too. So it's like whether he's right or wrong, like he's trying to come off a certain type of way.
But I think I don't even
that's
think
why
she
we
was,
can't even that's why we can't even like take sides on this, because they're both, at the end of the day, this is being recorded. You know what I'm saying, for a purpose. So it's like, can we really take this into like as serious as
they're trying to be certain?
Yeah. I mean, but how you present yourself says a lot about you, for one. If you're willing to present that to the world and have that be the representation of how you think and feel, I think that you can judge somebody based off of that, regardless of whether or not it's supposed to be like broadcasted or whatever the case is. Like, he's not a comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like on some, he's kind of like a shock jock to a degree.
Yeah.
But I think that you still have to answer for the things you say. Like, with him, I'll be honest with you. There are people who've done this kind of thing who, even if I don't really respect what they're saying or agree, I would like to listen to more than him, because I feel like he's very smug.
He comes off aggressive and
not even aggressive, just like he's just like mad, like smug, and it's just I don't know, like there's no like suave to the way that he does it, the way that somebody else
no
would.
Like eloquence to
exactly
Yeah.
But regardless,
shout out to JON in the chat. I can't see what you said, but shout out to you.
Whatever makes sense for your situation. 2 income is the best way to go. We gotta go back. Do y'all agree with 50-50 relationships, or should the man be the sole breadwinner?
it just depends.
Like, shit's getting
everyone's situation.
shit's getting expensive these days, but I feel like 2 income house is better than one. Two income is the best way to go, says JON. Whatever makes sense for your situation.
I agree.
Agreed.
Responsible and pay the bills and everything else, like you should have the authority to tell your girl what it is.
So do you think men are higher value than a woman in a relationship?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, every time I come on the show, it's just another girl spouting the same bullshit about, oh, treat me like a lady, but at the same time, I'm equal to you. It's like, what the fuck? It doesn't make sense. If you want to be treated like a lady, that inherently means we're not equal, because it's way harder to find a guy that has a shit together than an attractive woman.
It's not necessarily an attractive woman, because if
That's
all
what we care
you're
about.
looking for is an attractive woman.
That's what we care about.
So you don't care that what values, traditions, what respect levels.
Well, yeah,
what
obviously she can't be a whore either. It's not that hard to be pretty and keep your legs closed. It's not
But
hard.
it's not. Is that all you care about though?
Yeah.
This guy is unbelievable. So you wouldn't want a woman that looks after you, looks after your mental health, looks after your
Of
brain,
course, that comes
you.
with it.
Not necessarily. I know a million beautiful women that haven't got the power in their brain or the sense to be accommodating in that sort of anyway.
Well, typically when girls aren't, right, that means they come from a strong family structure.
Yeah.
They understand these things. They have a strong male figure in their family to some degree that they respect.
But then you are expecting more than just looks, then, aren't you?
Well, it's the main thing to get her foot in the door. It's the most important thing. Because there's no conversation if she's not attractive first.
Okay, so what's your type?
Not fat.
Okay.
Not a hoe.
What would you classify as fat?
Like, it's just crazy to me how, like, there's so many girls that are, like, you know, big as hell. Like, I weigh about 195 to 200 pounds. There's girls that weigh as much as me, and I'm 6'3". So it's like, it's crazy. You know, they'll be 100 kilos and expect you to...
So you want to feel bigger than the woman?
It's not about me feeling bigger. It's just about, I don't want a fat girl. It's unacceptable. Just like women don't want a man shorter than them. I don't want a girl big as hell. Facts.
Do you not think that's quite, like, offensive to women?
In what way?
Calling them fat as hell?
Yeah, because they're in direct control of every morsel of food that goes in their mouth. That's even worse. Just like a dude is in control of how much money he earns, woman's in control of how much food she consumes.
Also,
Delisha
men are
Puru,
control
yes,
of how much food they
I
consume, so men
agreed.
can also
With
get
what?
Well,
overweight.
yeah, it's unacceptable to be fat as a man as well, but it's even worse when you're a female, because at least as a man, you can make up for your lack of aesthetics. Men have to provide value and utility in way more than one way. Women, you guys have one job. Make sandwiches, what more? 2 jobs. Make sandwiches, be hot, 3 jobs. And don't be a whore. Not hard.
That is ridiculous. So all you require from a woman, and you think all we're capable of as women, is making sandwiches, looking good, and what was the third thing? Not being
Not being a whore.
not being a whore.
Well, I didn't say that's all they're capable of. What I'm saying is that these are things that men tend to value. Women tend to think that we care about, like, their opinions and all this other stuff. We don't care about none of that. We don't want a lot, guys. We're very simple.
Women's opinions.
Like, is that what y'all value? Would y'all say
What looks?
those 3 things?
So he said making food. I think when obviously making a sandwich, like I think what I interpret is just like being able to accommodate. That's I guess like how I would see it, which I would say, yeah, like if you can
What do you mean
accommodate,
accommodate?
like, okay, if we're gonna talk out, so in the scenario where he's presenting the man being provider in a sense, you know,
Yeah.
which I think is ideal, then by accommodating, it would be like, you know, if you're providing, then having things that are like ready or like, I don't know, accommodated for you, you know, like meals. And
So it's like different responsibilities.
Right, yeah.
Like
I mean,
you play your role, and then
right,
she
like
plays
role,
a
right,
different role.
Right, yeah. And then the other one, for sure, looks. I think everybody can agree on that.
Nah, I think so too. Absolutely.
And
Looks are
then
very important to me.
I think the third one too is just not being like promiscuous.
Sexually promiscuous. Yeah, but
Like that's ideal.
but
Obviously,
the
it's
shit
not
with
as
this you talking about with like opinions and stuff like that. Like, I can't front. I definitely care about your opinions and your thoughts.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say I like being like challenged mentally.
I like being challenged. I like having different perspectives.
Exactly.
Brought to
Yeah.
my perspective.
Or yeah, I don't. I think having like a blank slate in a sense is
It's
not.
weird.
It's kind of like
boring.
yeah,
Yeah.
boring.
You want someone you can control. Like, I don't want I want somebody who would listen to me, obviously, but I don't want a doll.
right.
Like, that shit's
Yeah.
I mean, like how you say opinions, but just like having a personality, you know, like
a
being
personality.
funny
Yeah.
and you
a
know,
good sense of humor.
yeah, I think that's
Good taste. Being able to dress nice.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit like that, to me, I ain't gonna front. That's of incredible importance.
But I think those are all things that I think anyone could agree with. I think what he's probably trying to drive home is that, and I guess he's assuming that she would lay out the idea that guys think about like career and stuff like that, which is not really related to taste, humor, and all that type of stuff.
But I feel like with him, he talks from a perspective of somebody who makes a lot of money, which is respectful to him because he's been able to build up that platform. And like the thing that I find to be very dangerous with these kind of guys is that most niggas don't do that, or most guys, I should
Yeah,
say.
because
aren't
Yeah, yeah.
making
different
that money.
sets of rules apply.
Yeah,
You
I think
know?
he says that though. Maybe not here, but I've seen where like this is applied. Definitely, he's talking about people who can't, not just a regular guy can go ahead and demand these type of things.
But the thing about it is that part isn't as loud as the other parts. That's the thing that I take
Yeah.
Right?
exception
Yeah,
with
yeah,
to a
yeah.
degree.
You
Like,
definitely got to kind of make that known more often.
right.
Not the sandwich.
Because of course they're valid. This guy has got everything seriously twisted. But you will eventually, won't you? So if you were with a woman and you were
Delaying
settling with a
got much
woman
better.
and you were
Facts,
growing as a
even.
business or something,
Yeah, those
your
cuts
woman is
last
actually
time.
going to be right by your side, isn't she? So you are going to value her opinion. You are going to
No,
respect.
because the reality is when a woman's with a man that she loves, admires, respects, her opinions pretty much become your opinions. Girls absorb the strongest man in that.
Wait, you think that's true?
Hold on, he didn't finish his point though. I was trying to.
Well, the first
Alright,
part where
alright.
like, if your girl respects you, then her opinions kind of form into your opinions.
See, but that's kind of like what I don't want. Like, you know
But
what
do
I'm
you
saying?
think that happens? And whether you want it or not, you don't think that's kind of like natural?
To a degree. I don't think everything I think is gonna be her thoughts, but I mean,
Right.
like, if she respects me as a, I guess I'm a very opinionated person, but I'm not one to just form opinions based off of nothing. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and say like everything is gonna be, but you know what I mean, the same. But like, I would say my views on like, I say non-political things in particular because I'm not very well versed in that. But like
Yeah,
other
yeah.
aspects, I think oftentimes, like,
It'll kind of bleed off to them.
to a degree, like you ever heard when they be like, yo, when you get a girl, she starts jacking your slang or whatever the case is, or she may start wearing things.
Yeah,
that
there's
she
a
will
lot
start-
of different. I mean, like, even like going down to like taste in like music genres
Exactly.
or TV or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know, it's all different aspects of life, not just that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I don't think it's to the degree that he's saying where it's like her opinions become your opinions. I think it's like what really happens, at least in our set of rules and not his, is that like it's what you think and what you say, or what I should say we as men, is more considered by the woman. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. He's trying to make it relatable to everyone. If we were to highlight the fact that he's rich, I don't think his audience would be as big as it is now.
That's the kind of the predatory part to a degree.
Right.
that they're in a relationship with or that they're linked to. So for example, if a girl has a strong father, a lot of the time she has a very similar worldview to her father.
Yeah.
If she has strong brothers, she has a similar worldview. If she doesn't have any male, influence, she'll think dumb shit like her mom tells her, oh, man ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. So I can always tell from speaking with a woman if she has a father or some kind of strong masculine figure in her life. That's why we don't care about y'all opinions, because we know it could be morphed by whatever
But
you're
some
influenced by.
women do have a great mind and they do have helpful opinions and they do have a different opinion that maybe, well, actually, I wouldn't have thought of it like that because I'm in such a masculine state that sometimes you forget the femininity is actually really important too when it comes to certain things.
Her opinion matters, but she has to earn that, right? So like a lot of girls
Okay.
think that we care about their opinion
On a
early
first
on in
date.
the relationship
Yeah,
or
I get
whatever.
that.
We really don't care because a man's life is way harder than a woman's life. So whatever opinion you have, it's kind of null and
I
void.
don't necessarily think a man's life is harder than a woman's life. I think men
He was
have
waiting for that
a hard
though.
life.
He was waiting for that.
Women have a hard life,
Nah, he
but we
baited.
have different struggles.
Yeah, these
High
feminists
key.
are stupid as fuck.
If he spent even a day in a woman's shoes, he would know that that is a lie. I think the only thing that's different with men and women is women have a great support system. So any of our struggles are like shared, they're halved, whereas a man is literally on your own. You don't really have that friendship group that you could go and
Wow, you just proved my
release your
point for me.
emotions to. No,
That's
but
true.
that doesn't mean that anyone's life's harder. It just means we both have equally hard lives and we
No,
have
we
to
don't. We must become excellent. Like women have the privilege of being mediocre and still being taken seriously by society, still finding a man to take care of them. Us, on the other hand, if we don't become excellent, our reality reflects that. We get no chicks, no one respects us, no one wants
Do
to
y'all
hang
agree
out with
with
us.
that?
So
Nah,
as a
Scott.
man, you must go.
There's a lot of niggas who don't have excellent legacies or even like just they aren't exceptional as far as like what they've accomplished and they can pull.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I
but
don't
it's
think-
more common with women.
Oh no, that's not even comparable.
Yeah.
Like if a woman's attractive, the doors are just significantly more open to her than if an attraction as a male is important, but it's not that important.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to women, that's kind of like it's very important. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Delisha, I agree with Mises Walks. All right. Oh, shoot.
Go out there and become successful. For women, you don't have to.
you'll never experience childbirth. You'll never experience pregnancy. You'll never experience menstrual cramps.
That's a choice.
Menstrual cramps aren't a choice. They're
Okay,
monthly.
but pregnancy is.
But if you wanted a child, because it's not just a singular choice, is it? It's between two people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted a child, you can't physically have your own child. It'd be on your woman.
This is a perfect example of women always seeing the finish line and not actually seeing the race. What needs to happen for a child to be born?
The obvious.
Sex, right?
Sexual
How does a man go about getting sex?
I don't know. You have a local
Exactly.
host, so it's probably really
exactly.
easy.
Delusional, female, what's new? Let's talk about the race. Let's talk about the guy having to build his value up. Let's talk about the guy being useless at 18 years old versus a woman at 18 years old. Everyone's trying to fly her out. If she's hot enough, she has an Instagram profile. She's getting offers from dudes that are, $1 million, $2 million net worth, etc. As a man, you have to build yourself up to even be able to get sex. Women are just offered sex.
I don't think that's true, actually, because if you're a good-looking guy, like you said, there's plenty of women around that will happily have sex. If you're a good-looking guy...
We all know that it's not easy for guys to get laid. If it was, guys would be watching porn or subscribing to OnlyFans or all this other fuckery that we got going on with sex work.
It's not harder for men to have sex. It might be harder for men to have sex with higher value women, but like you said, there's hoes everywhere. There's women of less value or less attractive than you.
Higher value women?
Nah, Mike, it's not. It's harder for men to have sex than it is for women to have sex. A woman can toss a rock 2 feet and hit 12 men that would have sex with her.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say it's hard for men to have sex, but I mean it's not as easy as
not as easy, right?
At all.
They would happily sleep with you, so it's not harder. You're just looking in the wrong places.
Okay, what does it take to be a good-looking guy?
Well, it depends. Everyone's idea of good looking differs, but most people find a lot of men attractive these days.
Okay.
Like the standards aren't very high.
I'll keep it simple. So as a guy to be attractive, you have to be tall. Most women want a guy over 6 feet tall. Most men don't qualify
Most
for that.
say this, but then when it actually comes down to it and you ask them about their pasts, most men probably aren't over 6 feet
Well, you said
tall.
good looking and casual sex. So if a woman's going to go ahead and have casual sex and good looking with a guy, she's typically going to want a guy that's like very, very attractive.
It depends how drunk she is. People get laughed into bed all the time.
The point I'm trying to make is that women typically want a guy who's better than them in every regard. So for a guy to get sex is very difficult. And then you're mentioning, oh, well, he could just be good looking. That's not easy for a man. You have to go to the gym. You have to build your body up. You have to dress well, smell well. Then you have to also have game. Even if you're a good looking guy.
Also the same for a woman.
She's got no fucking idea, man.
He has absolutely zero idea.
Do you fuck every good looking guy you talk to?
No, absolutely never.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about me. You said you surround yourself with hoes, and I'm saying if you do surround yourself with hoes, then sex is easily obtainable.
Good looks a lot of the times might get your foot in the door, but if you're not able to convey yourself in a certain way, have a certain tonality, have a certain confidence, speak in a certain way.
But do you not think that's the same with a woman?
No.
We still have to go to the gym.
No, we actually appreciate when you guys are quiet.
I've had enough. But if we went on a first date and I sat there and I was like, you're going to think, one, she's boring, two, she's got no personality, three, she's got zero substance. Now, as much as you say all you want is someone to look good and make sandwiches, realistically, you're going to get so bored of that if the person you're dating has no substance.
Well, most women are boring in general. Imagine as a guy and, hot girls want to fly you out and suck your dick and smash you just for you existing. Would you actually go to the gym and develop yourself? The answer is a profound fucking no. And the hottest girls especially are boring.
That's not also very true. I think it just depends on how you were raised and your...
My thing is, I feel like a lot of the most attractive women are physically fit women. I don't know too many. I'm not gonna say it's not women who aren't like active, who aren't attractive, but I mean who are attractive.
But they're not like visibly out of shape. Maybe it's like the actual thing. Cause I don't think like necessarily having a gym body is like makes you automatically attractive. Like natural.
Sure. But I mean, when you think of in your head, think of like the most traditionally or like universally accepted attractive person in your mind. Are they physically fit?
You mean like has like a gym, like they look like they work out? Or something like that.
They look. I'm not saying they gotta be sculpted by what I mean Greek gods, but are they physically fit?
I don't think it's hard to say what's physically fit. I think they just look not out of shape. It's like a better thing. You know what I'm saying?
What about you?
I agree with Ant.
Because it's hard to say like what's physically fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm also like personally like I'm not like a muscle head, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like I'm trying to keep my own personal bias out of it to give you an honest answer. You know what I'm saying?
But I asked for you in particular. Like, I said, think of the most, like, I just want to ask the chat, when you think of an attractive woman, who's the first person that comes to mind?
Wait, who do you have in mind? Somebody who's just more natural, like, where it's not like, not necessarily that they have no fat. They might have some fat, but it's not like obese. Well, it's not even close to obese.
Yeah, you're going like way.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just like a regular body in a sense. Not regular, because.
Right, like, it's in good shape.
In good shape, not out of shape, but not necessarily fit.
I think if you're in good shape, you're fit.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a difference between being fit and then being, like, super fit. Like, if you're fit, like, let's just say somebody, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
The first person that comes to mind, Dr. Umar would fry me for even thinking that. But, like, let's just say, like, a really safe answer would be, like, somebody, like, I don't know, like, the girl from Euphoria. With Cassie from Euphoria, the blonde.
Uh-huh.
Because she's very popular, and, you know what I mean, I guess amongst people often refer to her as being very attractive. She's in pretty good shape. She's, like, obviously she has a large chest, but she usually has a
Do you think
stomach.
she works out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, she's a movie star too, though. Or whatever.
I mean, these are oftentimes the people who first come to mind. I mean,
yeah. So wait, what's your point though? Aren't you like kind of agreeing with him?
No. What I'm saying is, like, the people who you think of are usually the most attractive people are usually physically fit.
Uh-huh.
She's physically fit.
Uh-huh.
You don't have a body like that consistently without being physically fit.
Right.
So I think as a person who's attractive, you kind of do have to put some type of maintenance into your body, even if you're a woman. He's kind of saying that.
Oh, okay. But I mean, yeah, but these are like celebrities. They have an image to uphold. I think he's talking about regular. You could find somebody on the street and she might not even be fit, but she still get mad heads turned just because she has a rack and ass, maybe, you know, even if
That's
she's
true.
still unfit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So for sure, when you're in Mondo Gross Labyrinth, when y'all get a chance, would y'all date a girl who's heavier than y'all?
Hell yeah. What?
I have.
Yeah.
But I'm currently with a woman who I've been with for a long time. So
you 4 pounds though, nigga. Nah, I deal with a big joint. Niggas though, man. I gets down with big joints. Ain't no shame in my game. Zero.
Y'all think this is a good time to stop, or should we watch a little more before we gotta make a part 2?
I think we can stop here.
Yeah. Let us know if we should continue this. In the comments.
Facts. And if you want to watch us react to this live every Tuesday and Thursday, approximately 7 to 7:30 on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube Live, you already know. Let's go.
Bow.
Bow.